The most powerful way to rise above your circumstances is to rebuild yourself from within. The greatest project you'll ever work on is the one that builds you. When you choose to rebuild yourself, you choose growth for yourself, and growth is the only way forward. Rebuilding isn't about fixing who you were. It's about creating who you want to become. Let me ask you something. Do you feel like you're stuck in a place you don't want to be? Maybe you've tried to change before, but nothing seems to work. It's frustrating, right? Rebuilding yourself isn't easy, but it's absolutely possible. The truth is that change doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, effort, and the right mindset. But imagine what your life could look like if you truly rebuilt yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. In this video, I'm going to share 10 powerful steps to help you rebuild your life and become the person you've always wanted to be. These aren't just steps to follow. They're strategies that will change the way you think, act, and see yourself. If you're ready to make a real shift, if you're ready to take charge and build a stronger, better version of yourself, keep watching. This is your chance to take control and begin creating the life you truly deserve. Stay tuned, because you're about to learn how to take control of your future and start rebuilding the person you're meant to be. Now, let's dive in. Number 1. Make your goals specific and actionable. You can't rebuild a better version of yourself if you don't know what that version looks like. Imagine walking into a building site without a blueprint. It's chaos, right? The same applies to your life. If you don't have a clear picture of where you're headed, you'll waste time, energy, and potential. So today, let's talk about how to make your goals specific and actionable. When we talk about rebuilding yourself, the first step is clarity. And clarity starts with setting goals. But not just any goals, specific and actionable ones. You can't rebuild a better version of yourself if you don't know what that version looks like. Imagine walking into a building site without a blueprint. There would be tools scattered everywhere, materials piled up without order, and no structure in sight. It's chaos, right? The same applies to your life. If you don't have a clear picture of where you're headed, you'll waste time, energy, and potential. So today we're diving into how you can create goals that are not only specific, but also actionable. Let's start at the core. What do you truly want? This question can feel overwhelming because it forces you to dig deep. And here's the thing. What you want should come from you, not from your family, not from society, not from the expectations of people around you. You need to focus on your desires, your ambitions, and your dreams. Too many people live their lives chasing what others expect them to achieve, and as a result, they end up unfulfilled. Don't let that happen to you. Take time to sit down with a pen and paper. Yes, physically write it down and ask yourself, what do I want in my life? Be honest with yourself. Once you know what you want, you need to make it specific. If your dream is financial freedom, don't just say, I want to be rich. That's vague and directionless. Instead, write something like, I want to earn $100,000 a year by starting an online business by the end of 2025. That's clarity. That's direction. You've turned a broad idea into a concrete goal. And when you have something concrete to aim for, your mind can focus. Your energy isn't scattered, and your actions have purpose. But here's the thing about big goals. They can feel intimidating. It's easy to look at the mountain in front of you and feel overwhelmed. That's why you need to make your goals actionable. Break that big goal into smaller, manageable steps. If you want to start an online business, your first step might be researching the market. Once that's done, your next step could be identifying a product or service you want to offer. After that, you might start building a website or creating a marketing plan. Focus on one step at a time. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. And let's talk about confidence. Confidence doesn't come from wishing things were better. It doesn't appear out of thin air. Confidence is built through action. Every small step you take toward your goal strengthens your belief in yourself. And let me tell you, without belief in yourself, nothing else matters. No strategy, no advice, no tool will work if you don't believe you can do it. Belief is the foundation of all progress. It's what keeps you moving forward when things get tough. And trust me, there will be tough days. Now, there's another critical piece to this process. Deadlines. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. Deadlines give your goals a sense of urgency. They force you to act instead of procrastinating. If your goal is to get in shape, don't just say, I want to lose weight. Say, I want to lose 15 pounds in 3 months by working out 4 times a week and eating healthier. See the difference? A deadline transforms your goal from an idea into a commitment. And when you commit, you're more likely to follow through. Here's an important point. Once you set a goal, you need to track your progress. You can't improve what you don't measure. If your goal is financial, write down your earnings every week. If your goal is fitness, track your weight or the number of push-ups you can do. Tracking gives you a clear picture of where you stand. It also keeps you motivated. When you see those numbers moving in the right direction, it's a reminder that your efforts are paying off. And if the numbers aren't moving, tracking helps you identify what's not working so you can adjust your approach. Now let's address something people often overlook. Accountability. Goals are easy to ignore when you're the only one who knows about them. Share your goals with someone you trust. It could be a mentor, a close friend, or even a coach. When someone else is cheering you on, or better yet, checking in on your progress, you'll feel an extra push to stay on track. Accountability isn't just about having someone to report to. It's about having someone in your corner who believes in you. That kind of support can make all the difference. And speaking of support, you need to surround yourself with the right people. Rebuilding yourself isn't a solo journey. You need to be around people who lift you up, not those who drag you down. Take a hard look at the people in your life. Are they encouraging you? Are they inspiring you to be better? If the answer is no, it's time to make some changes. The people you spend time with have a massive impact on your mindset and motivation. Here's another crucial step. Revisit your goals regularly. Life changes and so do priorities. What felt important 6 months ago might not feel as urgent today. That's okay. Adjusting your goals doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're evolving. Reassess your goals every few months. Are they still aligned with where you want to go? If they are, double down. If not, don't be afraid to pivot. Flexibility is a strength, not a weakness. The key is to stay committed to the process of growth, even if the destination changes. Now let me leave you with a challenge. Today, sit down and write one specific and actionable goal. Just one. Break it into steps. Set a deadline. Find someone to hold you accountable. And most importantly, take the first step before the day ends. Because here's the truth. Rebuilding yourself doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey, and it starts with a single decision to act. Number 2, build a strong daily routine. To rebuild yourself, you need a strong foundation, and that foundation is built on your daily routine. The way you spend your days shapes the person you become. If you wake up aimlessly, drift through the day without focus, and end it without a sense of accomplishment, you're not moving forward. You're standing still. To create a better version of yourself, your daily routine must be intentional, productive, and aligned with your goals. Let's begin with mornings. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Wake up at a consistent time every day, even on weekends. This creates discipline and gets your body and mind into a rhythm. Avoid reaching for your phone first thing in the morning. Instead, spend the first 30 minutes on activities that energize and focus you. This could be journaling your thoughts, meditating for clarity, or exercising to wake up your body. Even drinking a glass of water can be a small but powerful action that signals you're ready to take on the day. The key is to make these activities non-negotiable. They're not optional. They're part of who you are. Next, let's talk about priorities. A strong routine is not just about being busy. It's about being effective. Before your day begins, write down must accomplish that day. These should be tasks that bring you closer to your goals. They don't need to be massive undertakings, but they do need to matter. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, one of your tasks could be preparing healthy meals for the day. If your goal is financial, it could be spending 30 minutes learning about investments or saving strategies. The point is to focus on what moves the needle, not on what keeps you distracted. Now let's address time management. A strong routine doesn't just happen, it's planned. Break your day into blocks of time dedicated to specific tasks. For instance, set aside an hour in the morning for deep work, tasks that require focus and creativity. Use the afternoon for less demanding activities like emails or errands. Schedule breaks too. Your mind needs rest to stay sharp. A 10-minute break every hour can keep you energized and productive. And here's a tip. Protect your peak hours. If you're most alert in the morning, use that time for your most important work. Don't waste it on social media or trivial tasks. Another crucial part of your routine is movement. Physical activity isn't just for your body, it's for your mind. Whether it's a 15-minute walk, a quick workout, or a full gym session, make time to move every day. Movement boosts your energy, clears your mind, and keeps you feeling strong. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Just find something you enjoy and commit to it. The consistency of moving your body daily builds discipline. and discipline is essential for self-rebuilding. Now let's talk about evenings. How you end your day is just as important as how you start it. Use the last hour before bed to reflect and prepare. Write down what you accomplished, what went well, and what you could improve. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about learning and growing. Plan your tasks for the next day so you can wake up with a clear direction. Avoid screens an hour before bed to help your mind wind down. Instead, read something inspiring, listen to calming music, or spend time with loved ones. The goal is to end the day with peace and gratitude. Another aspect of a strong routine is consistency. You won't see results from doing something once. Real growth comes from showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. And let me be clear, there will be days when you're tired, unmotivated, or tempted to skip your routine. Those are the days that matter most. Pushing through when it's hard strengthens your discipline and proves to yourself that you can keep going no matter what. Your routine should also include time for yourself. Life isn't just about work and responsibilities. Make room for activities that bring you joy and recharge your spirit. This could be a hobby, spending time in nature, or simply relaxing with a good book. When you take care of your mental and emotional well-being, you're better equipped to handle challenges and stay focused on your goals. One thing people often overlook is environment. Your surroundings play a huge role in your routine. If your space is cluttered, your mind will be too. Create an environment that supports your routine. Keep your workspace organized. Stock your kitchen with healthy food. Surround yourself with tools and reminders that keep you on track. When your environment is in order, it's easier to stay disciplined. Number 3, be patient and persistent. Rebuilding yourself requires a mindset rooted in patience and persistence. The truth is, significant transformation doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort, dedication, and the ability to stay the course, even when results seem distant. Without patience, you'll quit too early. Without persistence, you'll never break through challenges. Together, these traits form the backbone of true personal growth. Let's begin with patience. We live in a fast-paced world that celebrates instant results, but meaningful change doesn't work that way. Rebuilding yourself is like planting a tree. You plant the seed, water it daily, and trust the process, even when you don't see growth immediately. You must accept that progress happens in stages. Some days, it will feel like nothing is changing. Other days, you'll notice small improvements. Understand that every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Recognize that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Patience also involves letting go of unrealistic expectations. If you expect perfection or quick results, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Real growth comes from understanding that setbacks and delays are normal. Instead of getting frustrated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. Embrace the process and trust that the effort you're putting in will pay off, even if the rewards aren't immediate. Now let's talk about persistence. This is the ability to keep going, no matter how tough it gets. There will be days when motivation is low, when the work feels endless, and when doubts creep in. This is where persistence becomes crucial. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, pushing forward when you're tired, and refusing to quit when things get hard. Persistence separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. The ability to stay committed day after day is what drives real transformation. To cultivate persistence, start by focusing on your why. Why are you rebuilding yourself? What drives you? Whether it's providing a better life for your family, achieving personal fulfillment, or proving to yourself that you can overcome challenges, your why must be powerful enough to keep you going. Write it down. Remind yourself of it daily. When the journey feels tough, reconnecting with your purpose will reignite your determination. Another key to persistence is breaking tasks into manageable steps. When the path ahead seems overwhelming, focus on the next step, not the entire journey. If your goal is to improve your fitness, don't think about running a marathon. Start with a 10-minute walk. If your goal is to build a business, don't get lost in the big picture. Focus on the next email, the next idea, or the next call. Every small action builds momentum, and momentum fuels persistence. It's also important to celebrate progress. Persistence becomes easier when you acknowledge your wins, no matter how small. Did you stick to your routine today? That's a win. Did you complete one task that brings you closer to your goal? That's another win. Recognizing these moments reinforces the belief that your effort is paying off. It motivates you to keep pushing forward. Let's address setbacks, because they're inevitable. You will face challenges, failures, and moments of doubt. This is where patience and persistence intersect. When setbacks happen, don't see them as a sign to quit. Instead, view them as a chance to learn and adapt. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and try again. Remember, every failure brings you closer to success if you're willing to learn from it. Persistence isn't about avoiding failure. It's about refusing to let failure stop you. Another critical aspect of persistence is developing mental toughness. This means staying focused and committed even when emotions try to pull you off track. When you feel frustrated or discouraged, remind yourself that those feelings are temporary. They don't define your journey. Practice staying calm and composed in the face of challenges. Mental toughness is a skill, and like any skill, it gets stronger the more you use it. Patience also requires gratitude. It's easy to focus on what's still missing, but take time to appreciate how far you've already come. Gratitude shifts your mindset from frustration to motivation. It reminds you that progress is happening, even if it's slower than you'd like. Every step forward, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Gratitude keeps you grounded and focused on the positive aspects of your journey. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage patience and persistence. Isolation can make the journey harder than it needs to be. Share your struggles and victories with friends, mentors, or like-minded individuals who understand your goals. Their encouragement can provide the push you need to keep going, especially during tough times. A strong support system reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Number 4, build mental toughness. Rebuilding yourself requires mental toughness. Without it, life's challenges will overwhelm you, and setbacks will feel insurmountable. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused, resilient, and determined in the face of adversity. It's not something you're born with. It's something you develop through consistent effort and intentional actions. Today, we'll explore how to build the mental strength you need to achieve your goals and overcome anything that comes your way. First, let's talk about controlling your emotions. Life is full of situations that can trigger frustration, anger, or fear. Mental toughness begins with learning to manage these emotions. It doesn't mean ignoring how you feel, but understanding that your emotions don't have to control your actions. When you're in a stressful situation, take a moment to breathe deeply and regain your composure. This simple practice helps you approach challenges with a clear mind instead of reacting impulsively. Emotional control gives you the power to make rational decisions, even in difficult moments. Next, focus on adopting a growth mindset. Mental toughness thrives on the belief that you can learn and improve from every experience. Instead of seeing failure as a sign of weakness, view it as an opportunity to grow. When something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I do better next time? This mindset shifts your focus from the problem to the solution, keeping you motivated to keep pushing forward. People with mental toughness don't dwell on what went wrong. They focus on what they can do to make things right. Another critical component of mental toughness is embracing discomfort. Growth rarely happens when you're comfortable. Whether it's waking up early to work out, learning a challenging skill, or having difficult conversations, stepping out of your comfort zone builds resilience. Each time you push through discomfort, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Over time, this creates an inner strength that helps you face larger challenges with confidence. Building mental toughness also means developing self-discipline. Discipline is the backbone of consistency, and consistency is what drives long-term success. Set clear boundaries for yourself and stick to them. If you've committed to waking up at 6 a.m., don't hit the snooze button. If you've planned to work on a project for 2 hours, don't let distractions pull you away. Discipline trains your mind to stay focused on your goals, no matter how tempting it is to give in to short-term comfort. Let's talk about managing setbacks. Everyone faces difficulties, but mentally tough individuals don't let setbacks define them. When life knocks you down, get back up. This isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about finding the strength to keep moving forward, even when the odds seem against you. Remind yourself that setbacks are temporary and that perseverance will carry you through. Each time you rise after a fall, you build the resilience to handle future challenges. Another aspect of mental toughness is controlling your environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you to grow. Negative influences drain your energy and weaken your resolve. Choose relationships that push you to be better, not ones that make excuses for mediocrity. If your environment isn't conducive to growth, take steps to change it. Whether that means finding a new social circle or creating a workspace free from distractions, your surroundings play a huge role in shaping your mental state. Positive self-talk is another powerful tool for building mental toughness. The way you speak to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, you'll believe it. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations that reinforce your strength and capability. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I'll figure out how to do this. Positive self-talk isn't about ignoring reality. It's about shifting your focus to your potential instead of your limitations. Developing mental toughness also requires staying focused on long-term goals. Short-term distractions and setbacks can make it tempting to quit. But mentally tough individuals keep their eyes on the bigger picture. Remind yourself why you started and what you're working toward. Visualize your success and let that vision fuel your determination. This focus keeps you grounded and motivated, even when the journey feels overwhelming. Let's address handling criticism. Not everyone will understand or support your journey. Some people will doubt you, criticize you, or try to bring you down. Mental toughness means not letting others' opinions dictate your self-worth. Take constructive feedback, but ignore negativity that isn't helpful. Remember, your value doesn't depend on external validation. Trust yourself and stay true to your goals, even when others don't believe in you. Practice gratitude and self-reflection. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you have. It helps you appreciate your progress and motivates you to keep going. Self-reflection allows you to assess your strengths and areas for improvement honestly. Take time to reflect on your journey, celebrate your wins, and identify what you can do better. These practices keep you grounded and focused on continuous growth. Mental toughness isn't built in a day, but with consistent effort, you can develop the strength to face any challenge. It's about controlling your emotions, embracing discomfort, staying disciplined, and focusing on growth. Each step you take in building mental toughness brings you closer to the best version of yourself. Stay committed to the process, and you'll discover a level of resilience and strength you never thought possible. Number 5, invest in personal growth. Investing in personal growth is one of the most important decisions you can make. Your growth determines the quality of your life, the opportunities you attract, and the goals you achieve. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Today, let's break down how you can prioritize your personal development and make meaningful progress every single day. First, let's start with education. Investing in personal growth begins with expanding your knowledge. Commit to being a lifelong learner. Read books, take online courses, attend workshops, and listen to podcasts. But don't just absorb information, apply it. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. If you read a book on communication, use what you've learned in your next conversation. If you watch a video on financial management, implement those strategies in your budgeting. Learning becomes transformative only when it changes how you think and act. Personal growth also requires you to step outside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself. Try new experiences, take on tasks you've never done before, and embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. Whether it's speaking in front of a group, starting a new hobby, or taking on a leadership role, every new challenge builds your confidence and skills. Fear of failure holds too many people back, but remember, every expert was once a beginner. Be willing to take that first step, no matter how uncertain it feels. Another vital component is setting aside time for reflection. Growth isn't just about doing, it's also about understanding. Regularly evaluate where you are and where you want to go. Ask yourself, what's working? What's holding me back? What do I need to change? Write these reflections down. Journaling helps clarify your thoughts and track your progress. When you reflect, you gain valuable insights that guide your next steps. Let's talk about habits. Your daily habits shape your long-term growth. Invest time in building habits that serve your goals. For instance, if you want to improve your physical health, make exercise and balanced eating part of your routine. If your goal is professional development, set aside time each day to improve your skills. Small, consistent actions compound over time, leading to significant results. The key is consistency. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about committing to small, meaningful improvements every day. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth. Your environment plays a critical role in your personal development. Spend time with those who challenge you to think bigger and push you to do better. Seek mentors who can share their experiences and guide you. Avoid people who constantly complain or discourage ambition. Growth is contagious, so choose your circle wisely. The right people will elevate you, while the wrong ones will hold you back. Your mindset is another cornerstone of personal growth. Adopt a growth-oriented mindset that focuses on possibilities rather than limitations. When you face challenges, don't think, I can't do this. Instead, think, how can I overcome this? When you make mistakes, don't see them as failures, but as opportunities to learn. A growth mindset keeps you open to new ideas and ready to adapt to change. It allows you to see obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Let's not forget the importance of health and personal growth. You can't grow effectively if you're neglecting your body. Invest in your physical and mental well-being. Exercise regularly, eat nourishing food, and prioritize quality sleep. Pay attention to your mental health by managing stress and practicing mindfulness. Your energy, focus, and resilience depend on how well you care for yourself. Personal growth starts with a strong foundation, and that foundation is your health. Another way to invest in personal growth is by developing emotional intelligence. Learn to understand and manage your emotions and practice empathy toward others. Emotional intelligence improves your relationships, decision-making, and ability to handle stress. It helps you stay calm under pressure and connect meaningfully with people around you. Read books or take courses on emotional intelligence to strengthen this skill, and use what you learn in your daily interactions. Set ambitious but realistic goals for yourself. Personal growth thrives on having a vision. Know where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Your goals should stretch you but remain achievable. Break them down into smaller milestones to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Each milestone you reach builds your confidence and motivates you to keep moving forward. Celebrate your progress, but stay focused on the bigger picture. Take responsibility for your growth. No one else can do it for you. Don't wait for the right time or the perfect opportunity. It doesn't exist. Start now. Take ownership of your choices and actions. If something isn't working, change it. If you need help, ask for it. If you face setbacks, use them as learning experiences. Personal growth isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong commitment. Every decision you make is a chance to grow closer to the person you want to become. Investing in personal growth means dedicating yourself to becoming better every day. It's about learning, reflecting, challenging yourself, and taking consistent action. It requires discipline, courage, and a willingness to embrace change. But the rewards are worth it. You'll gain confidence, clarity, and a sense of purpose. You'll build a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. Remember, the only limit to your growth is the one you place on yourself. So remove those limits and start building the future you deserve. Number 6, take responsibility for your life. Taking responsibility for your life is the foundation of growth, success, and fulfillment. Many people spend their days blaming others, their circumstances, or the world for their unhappiness or lack of progress. But the truth is, the power to change your life lies entirely within you. It begins the moment you decide to own your choices, actions, and outcomes. Let's dive into how taking responsibility can transform your life and why it's an essential step in rebuilding yourself. First, acknowledge your role in where you are today. Life throws challenges at everyone, but how you respond to those challenges defines the direction of your life. Blaming others might feel easier, but it keeps you stuck. Take a moment to evaluate your current situation honestly. If you're unhappy with your career, relationships, health, or finances, ask yourself, what decisions led me here? What actions or lack of action contributed to this? Ownership is not about guilt, it's about empowerment. When you realize you played a part in creating your current reality, you also realize you have the power to change it. Once you accept responsibility, stop making excuses. Excuses keep you from moving forward. I don't have enough time. I'm too old. It's not my fault. These phrases are chains holding you back. Every time you make an excuse, you give away your power. Replace excuses with solutions. If time is an issue, look at your daily schedule and cut out unnecessary distractions. If you feel unprepared or underqualified, commit to learning and improving. Excuses will always exist if you look for them, but so will opportunities. Focus on what you can control and take action. Understand that taking responsibility means owning your emotions. Your happiness, anger, or frustration isn't determined by others. It's determined by how you interpret and respond to situations. For example, if someone criticizes you, it's easy to feel hurt and defensive. But instead of reacting emotionally, step back and reflect. Is there truth in what they're saying? Can you use their feedback to grow? Choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively is an act of responsibility. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control your reaction. Taking responsibility also means setting boundaries. If your life feels chaotic or unmanageable, ask yourself whether you've allowed others to dictate your time and energy. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your values or goals. Protecting your time and mental space is not selfish. It's essential. By taking charge of where your energy goes, you create room for what truly matters. Setting boundaries isn't easy, especially if you're used to saying yes to everyone. But it's a powerful way to reclaim control of your life. Commit to taking responsibility for your decisions. even when they don't lead to success. Mistakes are part of life, but how you handle them matters more than the mistakes themselves. If you made a poor financial choice, own it and learn from it. If you hurt someone with your words or actions, apologize and make amends. Avoiding responsibility doesn't erase the problem, it prolongs it. Facing your mistakes with honesty and integrity allows you to grow stronger and wiser. Remember, no one expects perfection, but everyone respects accountability. Responsibility also extends to how you spend your time. Time is your most valuable resource. Yet many people waste it on activities that bring no real benefit. Scrolling endlessly on social media, binge-watching TV, or procrastinating on important tasks might feel good in the moment, but they won't move you closer to your goals. Be intentional with your time. Plan your day around activities that align with your priorities. Taking control of your time is one of the most empowering steps you can take. Recognize that taking responsibility means letting go of the victim mindset. Life isn't fair, and bad things happen that are beyond your control. But dwelling on unfairness keeps you stuck. Instead, focus on what you can do to overcome challenges. If you grew up in difficult circumstances, use them as motivation to build a better future. If you face setbacks, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. You can't change the past, but you can decide how it shapes your future. Understand that taking responsibility is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. Every morning, remind yourself that you are in charge of your choices. Throughout the day, pause and ask yourself, is this decision helping me grow? Am I taking ownership of my actions, or am I making excuses? Reflect on your progress regularly and adjust your approach as needed. Responsibility isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be better each day. When you take responsibility for your life, you take back your power. You stop waiting for others to fix your problems or for circumstances to change. You become the driver of your own destiny. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. By owning your choices, actions, and emotions, you build a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Responsibility is the foundation of freedom and the key to unlocking your potential. Start today and watch how your life transforms. Number 7, create a detailed vision for your future. Creating a detailed vision for your future is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Without a clear vision, you're walking through life without direction. You're just reacting to what happens around you instead of proactively shaping your life the way you want it. It's like setting off on a road trip without knowing where you're going. How will you ever get there? A well-defined vision acts as your roadmap, giving you a sense of purpose, clarity, and motivation. Let's dive into why a detailed vision is crucial and how to build one that will lead you to the future you desire. Start by envisioning the life you want, not the life you think you can have. It's easy to settle for mediocrity because you're afraid of setting goals too high. But if you're serious about rebuilding yourself, your vision needs to push you beyond your current limitations. Look at your career, your relationships, your health, your financial situation, and your personal development. What does your dream life look like in these areas? Be specific. If you want a successful business, imagine exactly what it looks like. How many employees you have, what your workspace feels like, how much income you're generating. If you want to be in top physical shape, visualize how you look, how you feel, and what habits you've developed to maintain that health. Your vision should paint a clear and vivid picture of your desired life, leaving no room for doubt about what you're aiming for. Next, get crystal clear on your long-term goals. Don't settle for vague desires like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. Those are nice to think about, but they don't lead to action. Success without clarity is nothing more than a daydream. Instead, define exactly what success means for you. What are your key accomplishments? What impact do you want to make on the world or your community? Make sure your goals are measurable, achievable, and have a timeline. For example, instead of saying, I want to be healthy, say, I want to run a marathon in 1 year. Instead of, I want financial freedom, say, I want to save $50,000 and invest in real estate within 3 years. The more precise you can be, the more you can align your actions with your vision. Create a vision for each area of your life. Don't just focus on one aspect like your career and ignore others, such as your relationships or health. A true vision encompasses everything: personal development, relationships, career, finances, health, and even your spiritual life, if that's important to you. Think about how you want to feel in each area, not just what you want to have. Do you want to be more present with your family? Do you want to be more confident in your work? Do you want to wake up energized and ready to take on the day? Build a vision that addresses all of these things so you have a balanced life, not just success in one area at the expense of others. Once you have a clear vision, break it down into smaller, achievable goals. Your vision is your big picture, but you need to make that picture come to life with small steps. A house isn't built all at once, it's built brick by brick. Break your vision into annual, quarterly, and monthly goals. For example, if your vision is to own a successful business, your first goal could be to research the market and create a business plan in the next 3 months. Then, the following quarter, you might aim to launch your website and acquire your first customers. By making your vision tangible with smaller goals, you create a clear path toward it. Stay flexible with your vision. Things will not always go according to plan. There will be roadblocks, setbacks, and unexpected changes. Your vision shouldn't be a rigid blueprint, but a dynamic guide that can adjust as life unfolds. That said, flexibility doesn't mean giving up on your vision. It means being adaptable and finding new ways to reach your goals when things don't go as expected. If something isn't working, don't get discouraged. Reassess, adjust, and keep moving forward. Your vision also needs to inspire and motivate you. It has to be something you feel passionate about, something that excites you. If it doesn't, you won't have the energy to follow through when challenges arise. Your vision should get you out of bed every day with excitement, knowing that you are working towards something important. This is why it's essential that your vision aligns with your deepest desires and core values. If it's something you truly care about, you'll stay committed, no matter how hard things get. Once your vision is set, visualize it every day. You need to regularly connect with your vision, seeing it clearly in your mind. The more you see it, the more real it becomes. Spend time each morning or evening imagining the life you're creating. Picture yourself achieving your goals. See the success, feel the emotions, experience the satisfaction of your hard work paying off. This keeps your vision at the forefront of your mind and strengthens your determination to make it happen. Tell others about your vision. Share it with people who will encourage and support you, not those who will put your dreams down. Talking about your vision helps solidify your commitment to it, and when others know about it, they can hold you accountable. Additionally, they may offer valuable insights or connections that will help you along the way. Commit to your vision with unwavering belief. You must trust in yourself and the process. No one achieves great things without doubts and challenges, but your belief in your vision will carry you through. Believe that you are capable, that you deserve the success, and that it's only a matter of time before you see it unfold. A detailed vision for your future is essential because it gives you a direction, purpose, and motivation to keep going, especially when the road gets tough. Without it, you're like a ship without a captain, drifting wherever the current takes you. With it, you're the captain of your own ship, steering it towards your dreams. It's time to create your vision, commit to it, and build the future you deserve. Your vision is the map to your best life. Take the first step today and watch your dreams become your reality. Number 8, focus on health and energy. When you focus on rebuilding yourself, health and energy have to be at the top of your list. Without good health, nothing else matters. You won't have the physical or mental capacity to chase your goals, and you'll lack the energy to make progress. This is why focusing on your health and energy isn't just an option, it's a necessity. Let's break down why this is important and how you can build habits that keep you in top shape. Your body is the only place you live in. It's your vehicle for everything you do, and if it's not running at its best, neither are you. Look at your energy levels as an indicator of how well your body is functioning. If you feel sluggish, constantly tired, or run down, it's a sign that something needs to change. Your health is the foundation of everything you want to achieve. You can't operate at your best when you feel drained or sick. Health is the ultimate form of wealth, and once you understand that, everything else starts to fall into place. Let's start with nutrition. What you put into your body directly impacts how you feel. If you're eating fast food, sugary snacks, and processed foods, your energy levels will dip, and your body won't perform as it should. You can't expect to build your dreams on a foundation of poor food choices. The key is to fuel your body with nutrient-dense foods, lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. Think of food as fuel. When you give your body the right fuel, you have more energy to tackle your day, perform at your peak, and recover faster from tough workouts or stress. The right foods can boost your mood, improve your focus, and keep your energy levels consistent throughout the day. Exercise is another vital piece of the puzzle. Physical activity isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. It helps to clear your mind and reduce stress. If you've ever gone for a run or completed an intense workout, you know the rush of energy you feel afterward. Exercise improves your cardiovascular health, strengthens your muscles, and increases your endurance. The more you move, the better your body functions. You don't need to spend hours in the gym every day to experience the benefits. Even 30 minutes of moderate exercise like walking, running, or strength training can make a huge difference in how you feel. Create a routine that fits into your schedule and stick with it. Over time, you'll notice your stamina, focus, and mood improve. Sleep is another critical element that many people overlook. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body doesn't have the time it needs to recover and recharge. Sleep is the ultimate reset button for your body and mind. It helps you recover from your daily stresses, repair muscles, and consolidate memories. Lack of sleep leads to fatigue, poor decision-making, and decreased productivity. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. That's how long it takes for your body to repair itself and your mind to refresh. Good sleep hygiene, like having a regular bedtime, reducing screen time before bed, and creating a calm environment can improve the quality of your rest. But health isn't just physical. Mental health is just as important. If your mind isn't in a good place, your body will suffer. Stress, anxiety, and negative thoughts can take a toll on your physical health, leaving you feeling worn out and drained. Stress hormones like cortisol can weaken your immune system, making you more vulnerable to illness. It's essential to manage stress effectively. That might mean taking time for yourself, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in activities that bring you peace. You can also try meditation, journaling, or breathing exercises to calm your mind and release tension. A positive mental state gives you the clarity and energy you need to tackle challenges head on. Without a strong mind, you can't expect to achieve your goals. Start building habits that nurture both your body and your mind. Hydration is something that can't be overlooked either. Water is crucial for your body to function properly. It helps with digestion, nutrient absorption, temperature regulation, and even cognitive function. When you're dehydrated, your body slows down and your energy drops. A lot of times, what you perceive as hunger is actually just thirst. Make it a habit to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Start your morning with a glass of water and keep a bottle with you so you can stay hydrated. Aim to drink half your body weight in ounces each day. Staying hydrated helps you feel more alert, focused, and energized. Building a strong immune system is also key to maintaining high energy levels. You don't want to be constantly fighting off colds or illnesses that keep you from doing your best work. Eating well, exercising, managing stress, and getting enough sleep all contribute to a healthy immune system. But you can also support your immune system with vitamins, minerals, and supplements. For example, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc can help boost your immune defense. A strong immune system keeps you healthy and allows you to stay on track with your goals without interruptions. Another aspect to consider is your overall lifestyle. Your environment plays a massive role in your energy. Are you constantly surrounded by negativity? Do you spend time with people who drain your energy or add stress to your life? Evaluate your surroundings, both physically and emotionally. Create a space where you feel calm, motivated, and productive. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, not those who pull you down. You'll find that your energy levels improve when you remove toxic influences from your life and invest in uplifting, positive relationships. Focusing on your health and energy isn't just about looking good or feeling good in the moment. It's about building a foundation for everything you want to achieve. When you prioritize your health, you're giving yourself the best chance to perform at your highest level. Face challenges head on and stay consistent in your journey. Health and energy are the building blocks that support everything else you want to do. Without them, it's impossible to rebuild yourself. Take care of your body and mind, and your body and mind will take care of you. Number 9, learn from failures and mistakes. Failures and mistakes are unavoidable parts of the journey toward rebuilding yourself. The key to growth is not in avoiding them, but in learning from them. In fact, every failure is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more capable. If you're not making mistakes, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. So let's talk about how you can turn every setback into a setup for something greater. First, let's address the fear of failure. It's natural to be afraid of failing, but you need to reframe that fear. Failure is not the end of the road. It's a part of the process. Every successful person you admire has failed multiple times. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they handle failure. Successful people don't let failure stop them. They learn from it and use it as a stepping stone to success. Understand this: failure is a teacher. It's there to show you where you went wrong and how you can do better next time. If you stop at failure, you stop your progress. But if you embrace it, you unlock lessons that can propel you forward. The first step in learning from failure is to accept it. Stop running from it. Stop letting your mistakes define you. Instead of viewing a failure as something negative, look at it as an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What went wrong? And how can I do it better next time? Every failure holds a lesson, but it's only useful if you're willing to learn from it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Learn, adjust, and move forward. Next, develop resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back stronger after every setback. It's not about never falling down. It's about how quickly you get back up. When you fail, it's important to give yourself time to process the situation, but don't stay there. Don't dwell in self-pity or disappointment. Instead, remind yourself that this is part of the journey. Everyone fails. It's what you do after that matters. Dust yourself off, take the lessons learned, and get back to work. Every time you rise from failure, you build mental and emotional strength. That resilience becomes a crucial tool as you rebuild yourself. Failures are also a reminder that you're pushing your limits. When you try something new or push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you increase the likelihood of making mistakes. But that's where growth happens. Without failure, you wouldn't know where your limits are, and you wouldn't know where you need to improve. The key is to embrace those challenges, knowing that even if you don't succeed right away, you're developing the skills, mindset, and tenacity that will get you closer to your goal. You also need to separate your identity from your failures. Too often people take failure personally. They think, I failed, therefore I am a failure. That's not true. Failing doesn't make you a failure. It makes you someone who is trying, someone who is daring to step up. You can always try again, and each time you try, you grow. Understand that failing at something doesn't define who you are. It simply shows that you took a risk. And risk is necessary for growth. Every successful person has failed, but they never let their mistakes define them. They use those mistakes to fuel their next attempt. Another important aspect of learning from failure is self-reflection. After a failure, take the time to evaluate what happened. Look at the situation objectively. What were the contributing factors? Did you lack preparation? Were you too impatient? Did you fail to ask for help when you needed it? Get clear on what went wrong so you can make adjustments moving forward. Self-reflection allows you to pinpoint areas for improvement and will help you make better decisions the next time around. It's also important to realize that failure often doesn't happen in one isolated event. It's often a series of small mistakes that add up. So instead of getting discouraged by one big failure, break it down into smaller parts. What can you learn from each step? What was the point where things started to go wrong? When you can pinpoint the smaller mistakes, you can avoid them in the future. Breaking down a failure into smaller pieces makes it more manageable and actionable. Don't forget to surround yourself with the right people during times of failure. You'll need people who support you, people who encourage you to get back on track, and who share their own stories of failure and recovery. Remember, you don't have to go through this process alone. Find a mentor, a coach, or even just a friend who can help you put things into perspective. They'll remind you that failure is a part of life, not something that defines you. These people can offer guidance, wisdom, and encouragement, making it easier for you to keep going. Never be afraid to fail forward. That means taking what you've learned from your failures and applying it in a way that moves you closer to your goals. Don't get stuck in the cycle of making the same mistake over and over again. Use your failures to change your approach, develop better strategies, and refine your skills. When you fail forward, every mistake becomes an investment in your future success. You turn each failure into an asset that propels you toward your goals. Number 10, stay resilient and adaptable. Rebuilding yourself isn't just about setting goals and working hard. It's also about staying resilient and adaptable. Life is unpredictable. You can have the best plans in place, but things will not always go according to them. The key to lasting change and growth isn't in perfection. It's in the ability to bounce back when things don't go as expected. Resilience and adaptability are your greatest allies in this journey. The first thing you need to understand about resilience is that it's not a skill you're born with. It's a muscle you build over time. Life is going to test you, whether it's a personal setback, a professional challenge, or an unexpected turn of events. You will face obstacles that threaten to derail your progress. The question isn't if these obstacles will happen, but how you respond when they do. Being resilient means staying strong when everything feels like it's falling apart. It's the ability to keep pushing forward, no matter how tough the road becomes. To build resilience, you need to start by controlling what you can. Focus on the actions you can take today, rather than getting overwhelmed by the bigger picture. When things get tough, it's easy to get paralyzed by the idea of everything that's going wrong. But that's when you need to focus on what's right in front of you. Take one small step forward. Do one thing today that moves you in the right direction, no matter how insignificant it may seem. These small actions create momentum, and momentum is a powerful thing. Each small victory builds your resilience and strengthens your resolve. Now, adaptability is just as important as resilience. If resilience is about staying strong, adaptability is about adjusting to changing circumstances. Life doesn't always give you what you expect. And sometimes, you'll find yourself facing situations where your original plan no longer works. That's where adaptability comes in. It's the ability to change course without losing sight of your ultimate goal. It's about staying flexible and willing to pivot when you face challenges that require a new approach. When you're rebuilding yourself, expect that your plans will not always unfold the way you imagined. You will encounter roadblocks, detours, and unforeseen circumstances. The more rigid your approach, the harder it will be to adjust. But if you stay adaptable, you can face each challenge head on and find a way around it. You might need to learn new skills, change your approach, or even redefine your goals as you go along. But that's okay. The most successful people in the world are not those who stick stubbornly to one plan. They are the ones who can change direction when necessary and stay committed to their ultimate vision, no matter how the path looks along the way. Adapting requires you to be open-minded. It's easy to get attached to your original plan and be disappointed when things don't go as expected. But this is the time when you need to let go of your attachment to outcomes and be open to new opportunities that might come your way. Sometimes failure isn't the end of the road, it's the beginning of a new direction. If you're willing to stay open to that, you can turn what feels like a setback into an opportunity for growth. Adaptability also means embracing change. Change is uncomfortable, but it's inevitable. Whether you like it or not, you will have to change, learn, and grow in ways that you didn't expect. But every time you do, you build a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. It's also important to remember that resilience doesn't mean doing it alone. When things get tough, reach out to others. Seek advice, talk to mentors, or simply share your struggles with people who care about you. Sometimes you need someone else to help you see the bigger picture or offer a fresh perspective. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of strength. Those who rebuild themselves the best know that they don't have to go through it alone. They surround themselves with people who can support them, guide them, and even help them adapt to new situations. Lastly, build your mental resilience by taking care of your mind. When you're constantly faced with challenges, it's easy for negative thoughts and self-doubt to creep in. It's important to guard your mindset and focus on solutions rather than problems. When you face difficulties, remind yourself that setbacks are temporary. What matters is how you handle them. Don't let negative emotions take over. Practice positive self-talk, meditation, or anything that helps you stay mentally strong. Your mind is a powerful tool, and when you use it right, it can help you stay resilient and adaptable no matter what life throws your way. You see, resilience and adaptability aren't just about surviving life's challenges. They're about thriving in the face of them. When you can face obstacles head on, stay flexible, and keep moving forward no matter what, you set yourself up for success. You can't control everything that happens in life, but you can control how you respond. And when you build that muscle of resilience and adaptability, you'll find that nothing can stop you from rebuilding yourself into the person you want to become.